Bonjour tout le monde. Ça va? Dankeschön. Gracias, Paolo Maldini. That should cover most of Europe. Excellent. Right, let's crack on with this, shall we? This is In, On and Gone video number 15. My name is James Smith. I run channel JR74. Please like, comment and subscribe. If you haven't seen these videos before, what I do is I'm an eBay reseller based in the UK. I go through what has sold quickly in my shop, i.e. within the last 7 days, promoted at 2%. That is the gone. The on is in a link below. You can see the link to my shop there. Please click on it, have a look. And the in section is what's coming into the shop that I'll do later on in the video. So we start with the gone. Now, it's been a pretty good week. Okay. I have got, remember that I'm trying to get up to 10 things that have sold in the space of 7 days. And I've got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One off. But we're nearly there. Okay, so I'm going to go through them now as to what has sold quickly. And the whole point of this is to educate, to show you what sells well on eBay when reselling. Okay, right, the first one that I've got is a Quicksilver Roxy shoulder bag, just a basic shoulder bag that I picked up for £2.50. I wasn't really expecting that much for it, but I was expecting profit. It's one of those that you put on knowing that you've picked it up for a pretty good price, and really you're testing the market to see how it reacts. And if it reacts well and you see another one, get it, you know. But this one, I took an offer of a £5 on this. I got it for £2.50, took an offer of a £5. After fees and everything, I got £3.68 back, and that's 47%. So not huge figures, but I knew I'd make a profit on it. And it's little things like that. You're not making much money on it, but you are keeping the algorithm ticking, the eBay algorithm. And in a way, that is just as important as making the money. Okay? You can't really be expected to have like an absolute banging product every single time you put something on. If you're serious about doing reselling on eBay, it's these sort of little products that make the small profits at round about the 50% mark that are so important. Okay, right, let's go on to the next one. Okay, next. I was really pleased with this one. I thought it would sell quick, and it did. Let me just centralize myself a bit more. Yeah, it was a Fred Perry polo shirt dress. It was sort of like, if you can imagine, a really long polo shirt. It was female, wasn't for males. But you can either put a belt around it or just have it with a pair of trainers. I picked it up for £7. So slightly above what I usually spend. I'm usually keeping it to a £5, but I was interested to see how this one did. And it did well because I sold it for 20. Okay, got £16.02 back on that, and that gave me a profit of 129%. Happy days. That was a good one. Next one on the list. No particular order with these. Okay, I'm just literally going through my records and just writing down when they've sold, and then just copying it onto a list that I have written here. Okay, there we go. Always keep notes. Always keep a journal of what you're putting on, what you're selling. It's, to me, it's just a record. It's so important. Yeah, I've got spreadsheets as well, but I've also got a book that I can refer to, because sometimes the book is like my go-to, and then I use the spreadsheet from the book. A bit old-fashioned, but I like it like that. I like it. Linen, yet again. I think this is about the 6th week in a row that I've actually had linen in my quick sellers. But these were a pair of Blue Harbour linen trousers. I got them for £4, sold them for £7. Got £5.49 back, 37%. So again, not huge profits, but a good algorithm ticker and one that sells quickly. you know, well, we're getting to the end of August now, and I'm still putting linen trousers on, and they're still selling quickly. They're strong. They're really strong. They're saying not huge profits, but consistently selling well. Okay. Next is an All Saints merino wool jumper, large. Now, when I pick up jumpers like this, I'll always check to make sure that they've still got their shape. Like, because some jumpers that you pick up, especially around the bottom, the elastic shot, and it looks like you're wearing a tent. You don't, obviously you don't want that. You want them to be in really good condition. And with merino wool, always check the armpits, okay, because the wool can go quite thin under the armpits and at the back of the collar as well, where the label is. The wool can sometimes go thin there as well. That's what I found anyway from what I've been doing. But this was in cracking condition and a good strong brand as well, All Saints, and I picked it up for £3.50. Okay, now that meant that I could then sell it probably lower than what I would have usually sold it at, but I took an offer of £12 and that gave me £9.76 back, which was 178%. But because I'd sourced it for quite a decent price, those figures are good. Okay, even if it was 100%, I'd still say that those figures were good. So yeah, really pleased with that. 178% on an All Saints merino wool jumper. Super duper. Trying to keep this a little bit short and sweet, a bit snappier, but at the same time give you the information that you need. The next one was an Adidas red polo shirt. This sold quickly as well. And what I liked about this one, and I think I mentioned it last week as well, but I'm going to mention it again, is that the person that bought this actually messaged me and said that they'd seen it on this video. Not this one, but a previous one. Or so I should say on this channel. All right. So that says to me that it's beginning to work. What I'm trying to do in terms of the in section, showing you what I've got coming in, I'm hoping that people are going to see it, think, yeah, I guess that's nice. Okay, and it's in my size, because I'll always let you know the size and you know, the condition of the product as well, or the garment, or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, this person saw this Adidas red polo. It was a nice design. It was just nice vibrant red, and it had the little trefoil logo on. It did look a bit classic. I liked it. If it was my size, I'd have had it. But yeah, I picked it up for £4 and took an offer of £9, which gave me £7.20, 80% back. Okay, good, pleased with that. Okay, the next one, still more Adidas, and these ones I like doing, because I know that any product that I sell, like a resold product in good condition, is helping out. But I know that these ones really help out because kids' feet grow so quickly. This was just a pair of Adidas black and blue Galletto Astro boots. Okay, but they were size 3. They were cleats. I picked them up for £3, sold them for £7.50, got £6.29 back on that, just over 100%. Great. Okay, and you'll have a kid who sort of like looks at it, oh, great, fantastic, they're lovely. Because when I want to pick these up, I'm not going to pick up a pair that are like decked or look a little bit shabby. No, the ones that I pick up look pretty much brand new or look good. I'll check the bottoms as well, just to make sure that none of the studs on the Astros have worn down. But you normally find, I mean, as a parent myself, I know that kids go through shoes very quickly, and when their feet are growing, you only get about 6 months wear out of them before the feet are too big for them. And obviously you're not going to send them out in stuff that's too small for them. So, you know, there's not much wear on a lot of these kids' football boots. So I would say to you that if you've got some football stuff that your kids are grown out of, honestly, get it onto eBay. You will sell them. Okay, you will sell them. And as I said, these ones sold, I got for £7.50, I got £6.29 back. That's after fees and postage. I'll always add £3.60 postage on. Okay, so that is not included in the money that I am getting back. Okay, I'm not mentioning postage. All right. Next, Hotter. Good British brand that have probably come in the last 10 years. But their shoes are becoming more and more popular. Okay, this was a nice pair of tasseled leather loafers, size 6.5, so a decent size. and I picked them up for £2 and sold them for 15. So that's a great turnover. All right, I got £12.82 back, which is 541%. Lovely. Okay, so really, really pleased with that. That was a good find. That was a good find. So yeah, we can't really say much more. Ping golf polo. Golf stuff sells. I keep saying it. It's in the same category as linen. It's selling really well. I picked up his golf polo for £5, sold it for £7. I knew it wouldn't make much. Okay, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, he's only saying that because he hasn't made that much on it. No, that's not the case at all. This was an algorithm ticker just to keep the algorithm going along. £5, I got £5.36 back, so that's a 7% profit. But I knew that it would sell for more than a fiver. So, you know, and I knew that I could hold out for a price for more than a fiver. So I know it was only just more than a fiver, but yeah, I was able to do that. And as well, you got to think of the feedback that you get from it. And I got decent feedback from it. So that ups your feedback score as well. So, you know, it's not just all about money. It's also about the algorithm. It's also about the feedback scores. Okay, you got to think of the whole picture when you're doing this. And last but not least, I was quite pleased with this because I think I said before, the men's active stuff, like say if we're talking about running stuff, the men's stuff is quite easy to come by. You'll find it quite regularly. The women's running stuff is a lot rarer. And if you go along to your local park run, you will see that it's basically 50-50 between men and women. So I found a pair of medium capri leggings. I suppose in a way, though, the women's stuff is more difficult to find. And I say that because if you go into any sort of charity shop, the men's section, well, in every shop I've been in, the men's section is smaller than the women's section. So it is, maybe that's why it's easier to find. But if ever I go in with a lovely Mrs. S and she comes across some fitness stuff, I always say to her, call me over, we'll have a look at it. Because it's what I'm really trying to niche down to, like hobbies, fitness things, walking, golf, running. That's the sort of thing that I'm really trying to focus on. But these were a nice pair of Nike medium capri leggings. I picked them up for £4.50. I took an offer of a tenner. Okay, I got £8.05 back for 78%. Happy days. So that's all of my products that I sold within the 7 days. I've just released a video as well that tells you all about July of last year, because I'm telling you about the stuff that's sold within 7 days. What about the stuff that sells in like 30, 40 days? I'm not really mentioning that. So this video, the one that I've just done, covers that. So go onto my channel and have a look at it, because I go through everything that I listed in July of 2023 and whether I've sold it or not. I think from memory 51 things were listed, 47 of them sold. Okay, so you know, obviously pleased with that, but have a look just to see the sort of things that I'm talking about. Anyway, back to this. For all of those products that sold quickly, all of those 9 products, I paid £35.50. Okay, I got back for them £74.67. Lovely. Okay, which is a profit of £39.17. So that is an average of 134% on each product. So yeah, happy with that. And there were no products that made a loss in these quick sellers. So I'm pleased with that as well. You might be thinking to yourself, oh, how can you make a loss on a quick seller? Just hold on to it. Yeah, but I like to get my money back, okay, as quickly as possible. And if somebody makes an offer on it, and it's quite obvious to me, I think you know in your head whether the product that you've put out there is one that is a surefire product or one that you're a little bit iffy about. And the ones that you're a little bit iffy about and just putting them out there just to see how they do, just for like really for research purposes, they're the ones that sometimes I do take an offer on and maybe sell for a loss, because what it's telling me is just get the money back, reinvest it in something else, but what you've just looked at isn't quite working. Okay, and I've just realized as well that the light coming through the window, which is just there, is reflecting onto me. Is a bit of dancing across my chest, isn't there? Anyway, that's an explanation of that. Don't worry, I'm not being sort of like beamed up or anything like that. Anyway, let's go now. I think it's Sunday now. Okay, Monday morning I'm going to do the what's coming into the store to hopefully release the video around about lunchtime on Monday. But let's go now into the future to see Smithy with the stuff that is going into the shop this week. Okay, have a look, see if there's anything that you like. It's Sunday night. Okay, I didn't go to Monday morning. It's Sunday night. Okay, I've got a bit of time to do it, so yeah, we'll do it now. All right, right. I'm going to start Monday. Okay, and the first thing I'm going to show you is a pair of linen trousers. Now the summer's still going on. I'm still selling these, but I'm thinking to myself, you better get them out quick. Okay, it's going to be so interesting if I get these out in like November, December, and they still sell. If that happens, linen trousers are an absolutely fantastic product for any eBay reseller. These are a nice pair of Marks and Spencer's ones. I like Marks and Spencer's ones because I think that there's a big demand for them. Okay, these always get a lot of views, always get a lot of watches. And whenever you put any Marks and Spencer's product on, you have to put on a photograph of the label. These labels here give so much information, all right? And the main thing that they give is, as well as the size, is the colour. Right at the bottom there, you'll see it says stone along with the product code. Yeah, so that's the colour of these, is stone. You can see still got the tags. All right, fantastic. These are priced at £40. Now, I'm not going to put them on at £40. I could, but they would hang around for a very, very long time. Okay, I pay £3.50 for these. I'm probably going to put them on at about the £20 mark. These are 50% cotton, 50% linen. So really, with these trousers, you've got the best of both worlds. And I think that's why they're priced at 40 quid. All right, really nice pair of trousers there. 38 leg, 38 waist, 31 leg. Okay, next, products of the week, purely done on potential monetary value. Okay, it is a really nice, I do mention this brand quite a lot. It is out there. It is not, I'm not going to sort of like be patronizing and say, oh, it's really easy to find. Okay, but you do seem to find quite a lot of Ralph Lauren stuff. This is a Ralph Lauren polo. Okay, small, sort of like it's a quilted gilet. Now it's a really nice one. It's got the countryside look about it. And look, if you see, look, there's a decal just there, Polo RL and Co. Yeah, but what I did, and I use something that is so useful to any reseller, it's Google Lens. I Google Lens this, found out exactly what it was called. It was £12. So that says to me, I've said it before, if there's anything that charity shops price a little bit higher, don't dismiss it. Have a look at why they've priced it higher. There's some that they're having a bit of a laugh and what they're doing is to go in for eBay prices. But there's others where they haven't really looked at eBay prices, but they just know about the brand, so they just decided to whack a little bit on top of it. And that's exactly what's happened with this, because these go on eBay for 80 quid. Now, I'm not going to put it on at 80. I'll probably put it about 50, 60, okay, and see what happens, okay, because people might be putting it on at 80 quid, but nothing's selling. Okay, I haven't checked on the completed sales yet. Okay, I will be checking on those. But this is a nice brown Ralph Lauren gilet. No rips, no tears, lovely condition. All the poppers are in great condition. All the buckles, all the quilting, all the padding. Lovely, lovely gilet. Okay, it is small in size, but I would say that also, I would say this is unisex as well. Males and females can wear these. I mean, of course you can wear it, all right? But yeah, it's a nice gilet. So that I've got a few hopes for. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, and then finally, nice quarter zip cell. Okay, and this is a nice Tommy quarter zip as well, Tommy Hilfiger quarter zip jumper. Okay, in nice condition. All right, I always check the bottoms of the jumpers, okay, to make sure that there's still a little bit of elastication there, okay, and that it hasn't sort of like lost all the elastic. And I think I said earlier, looks like a tent. All right, this one is a large. Okay, 100% cotton, large, just a really nice base blue, you know, jumper for the coming autumn winter. All right, that you can wear around the house, you can wear out. Nice quarter zip. Quarter zips are in at the moment. Quarter zips sell and sell very, very well. Okay, I paid for this £3. All right, I'll probably put it on for between 12 and 15. All right, so that's Monday. Just before we go to Tuesday, I just want to remind viewers, you, the lovely viewers watching me, that the whole point of these videos is education. I want to go through with you the selling aspect of reselling, okay, and the sort of products that sell well. I'm going to bring your attention again to that video that I've just released about going back to July 2023 and looking what has sold in the past year. You know, over 90% of the stuff that I put on has sold. Okay, so if I can't tell you exactly how long stuff takes to sell. Okay, remember that I do consider offers quite a lot. I reckon about 90% of my sales are based on offers, and I'll promote everything at 2%. So that information alone could be quite valuable to people. But in terms of like sorting out your storage, like I've got here, have a look at how much you're getting in a month. Is that likely to be what you would normally get in a month, and then times it by 12, and you will probably see most of that selling if you are sort of like concentrating on sportswear, hobby wear, which is what I'm doing at the moment. All right, now in terms of hobbies, walking, hiking is a big hobby with many people, and I keep saying that people want clothing that is good for activities such as this. So with hiking, you want the quick drying material, and the material that is quite warm as well. One thing that certainly sells well with hiking equipment are the trousers that you can zip off. Okay, I've got a pair here. All right, so can you see it goes in there? There's the zip for the shorts, and there's like the bottom of the trouser. These are in good condition, no rips, no tears, made by a brand called Kathmandu. Okay, they're a women's trouser, size 14. Okay, Kathmandu there, and I have seen a decal. There it is. Okay, there's the Kathmandu decal just above the back pocket there as well. So nice pair of walking trousers there. I think I paid £1.50 for these. Okay, and I'll be putting them on for between 10 and 12. So that's one pair of walking trousers. I've also got another pair of walking trousers, and these are a pair of Rohan Sentries. Okay, Rohan there, you can see the sizing on this is 38 regular. Okay, just a nice pair of light beige Rohan walking trousers there. Okay, no rips on the bottom either. Okay, just a nice pair of, you know, you can't really go wrong with these in terms of reselling, and I'm hoping that these ones will sell well. There you go, Rohan Sentry trouser. Okay, 100% polyamide. Okay, do give a button as well. All right, the decal for Rohan is on the button just at the front there as well. And also, keeping with the hobby theme, Tuesday we'll also see dropping. This is actually in quite good condition. Sometimes you find these and they're pretty dead. They're not in good condition. This one is in good condition. A nice cougar like rugby top with a hooded rugby top. And sometimes with these as well, you find that the hoods are in a right state, but this one's fine. okay, and it tucks into the collar as well. They put this as a medium. I don't believe that. Look, I'll show you. I'll show you. I think Cougar must be doing large sizes. I'm a medium, okay, and I tried this on. You know, arm length. There's a little bit more in it, but I don't know. I would say, is that more of a large? It's a bit. There's what I would call flappage under here. It's certainly not tight against me, okay, and it does feel a bit big on me. I wouldn't, but again, you know, I'm not a big build, so somebody who's like a bigger build but the same sort of height as me might actually get on a little bit better than this. All right, but I'm going to put on the listing M/L, medium to large, because it's not an extra large. Okay, I would put it more as a large, but yeah, these jackets do sell, and they sell well, because you know, if you're going to rugby training, this is a great jacket to put on when you go down there. But if you go into a rugby store, this would be probably between 30 and 40 pounds, and I have paid £3.50 for it, and we'll probably be putting it on between 10 and 12, and there ain't much wrong with it. Okay, it's in probably exactly the same sort of condition as a brand new one would be. There you go. There's the label there saying medium, and the decal, the Cougar decal there, it's not printed on, it's stitched on. Okay, so that is a really, really nice Cougar rugby jacket. That's Tuesday. Right, Wednesday, we'll start with a nice pair, again, Marks and Spencer's. Okay, they sell, okay, and they get the views. Yeah, they're not like the top end designers. These are just, the people looking at these are just people that want a pair of trousers to go to work in, okay, and a pair of half decent ones at that. These are 38 waist, 31 leg. They're brown, and the main thing, or the thing that caught my eye, was that they are woolen cashmere. Okay, they are also the Colazione range. Okay, and this range here sells, and it sells quite well. All right, but a pair of woolen cashmere trousers would set you back probably at least over £40. All right, and I paid a £5 for these, and we'll probably be putting on for between 12 and 15. Okay, not quite the 10 and 12. I go a bit higher than that, 12 to 15, and see how it does. If he's not doing very well, I'll drop it down. Okay, but there's a bit of flexibility there in the pricing. So nice pair of Marks and Spencer's Colazione trousers. If the bottoms of them, they're not ripped, they're not torn, they're not ripped or not torn. They're in. It's a pair of trousers that are in just as good condition as a brand new pair of trousers, and you're probably getting them at 25% of the price. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Next, and I paid £3 for these. Okay, nice little find this. They are a pair of Nike like track bottoms. Now, I quite like these because they've got the zips at the bottom. So those of you who are like training outside and just want to put a pair of trousers on, and then just like take them off to do your training in and then put them on afterwards, and you've got a pair of boots on, these zips are great for sort of like getting your trousers on over your boots. I googled lens these, and they came up as vintage, so I'm quite pleased with them. Okay, there we go. I paid for these £3, and we'll probably be putting them on for between 12 and 15. But there's no rips, no tears. Each pocket as well has a zip, okay, to keep things in, to keep things safe. They do have a little bit of a Y2K look about them. Okay, I would say these are definitely 2000s. All right, I know you can tell from the label. I know that. I mean, looking at the label, it is like that. Okay, silver at the top, black at the bottom, and the size on these is size XL. Okay, so nice pair of Nike vintage tracksuit. It's sort of like they're the well, you can see they're like the shell suit type material. Okay. And finally, on Wednesday, any team apparel, okay, apparel associated with a team, catches my attention. Okay, no matter what country that team is from. These are a pair of Canterbury Queensland Reds. I believe Queensland Reds. They're rugby, but I can't remember if they're league or union. Okay, but there you go. Now, I've looked at these and I think these are like the training shorts from last season. Now, look, you might think to yourself, there you go, Alliance Airlines as well. You might think to yourself, hang on, Smithy, people in Australia, to post to Australia on something like this, it's going to take a lot of money. Yeah, but there's loads of Aussies living in the UK, okay? So they, you know, they might see this and they might be going to the rugby and, you know, think to themselves, oh, fantastic, I'll have some of that. These are 2XL size, okay? Also, like, English rugby players as well, British rugby players might want to reach out to their Australian counterparts and wear something like this, but apparel to do with teams sells and sells quite well. So it'll be interesting to see how well that does. I did have a rugby shirt from an Australian team. I think it was Queensland Reds as well, about 6 months ago. And that sold, and that sold quite well as well. So yeah, team apparel, all right, does really well. It's another tip. Christ, I'm giving you loads. Thursday, designer brands. Ralph Lauren sells well. Hugo Boss sells well as well. There's a nice pair of Boss trousers here in great condition. Just a pair of black trousers, no rips, no tears, straight leg. Sorry, regular fit. Okay, so you can see it there. All right, regular fit, straight leg. We're 34.32 on these, so a nice basic pair of Hugo Boss trousers. Pick these up for £3. We'll be putting them on for between 12 and 15. All right, if it's your sort of thing, make me an offer. Designer brands sell, Hugo Boss, Ralph Lauren, but the sportswear seems to sell quicker. Okay. But I'd still definitely, when I see them, definitely pick them up. Okay. Now, this one, John Lewis. Okay. Decent, very decent high street brand. Probably one of the best high street brands. And this is a John Lewis silk and linen blend jacket. Now, Monty Don wears these. You know, it's definitely a Monty Don jacket, but 38 regular in navy blue. All right, really nice. Now I picked this up for £11. Okay, so this is, I'm really going to have a look closely at how this does and how this performs. Okay, I'm going to put it on for about 25 to give myself a little bit of leeway. Make me an offer. Okay, but certainly around about the £20 to £25 mark I'm expecting this to go for. And also on Thursday, okay, and there's also one on Friday as well. I've called this channel JR74, and I deliberately didn't put any reference to reselling in my channel name. Even though everything you see here is a reselling project, okay, I've always had the intention of bringing new products into my store as well. Okay, I did it with a pair of compression running socks. I managed to source 12 of those and they went really well. So I'm in the case of sourcing some more running socks. That's one of the things I'm looking at doing. But to keep with the sort of like the fitness theme, to keep with the running theme, because it's what I have an interest in. Okay, and I know that these things work. Okay, these are the elastic laces that you can put into trainers. You can substitute the traditional lace with these, an elastic lace, and it means that you can easily get your foot in and out of the trainer. I'm going to do a separate video to promote these, but triathletes to actually get their feet into the trainer after, when is it? So it's swim, bike. Yeah, so when you come off your bike and you've got to put your trainers on, these are the sort of laces that they are using. Okay, I use them as well, and I find that they allow your foot, especially the top of your foot, to move with the trainer a little bit more. Okay, the lace is quite restrictive, it holds it in one place, whereas these have got a bit of give in them, and also they work very well on walking boots as well. So I've got here some black elastic laces. Now I've got 20 of them. Okay, I was able to source 20 for £28, so that's £1.40 each. I'll be putting them on for about £6 after fees and postage and everything. Because they're so small and because they're quite flat, the postage on them will be less. If you are interested in this and you make an offer for like a multiple amount, I will certainly be able to do better deals because the postage on that will be much less. Okay, so if you're interested in elastic laces, or if you think, do you know what, I might give those a try. That was my attitude towards it. I saw them in a shop and I thought they're about £7 in the shop, and I thought, you know what, I'll try those, and game changer. Okay, absolute game changer. They move with your foot a lot more. I wouldn't go back now to conventional laces on my running shoes. So that is Thursday. Friday. Sometimes in charity shops, especially the bigger charity shops, they have like a section that has electronic products on that have been donated by companies, or, you know, maybe it's unsold stock. I don't know. But I came across this. Okay, now this is, if you can see that, it's a doorknob with an electric code on it. Okay, so it must be that you put the code into the doorknob and then turn the key. So this is, they were only a £5. I looked it up on eBay and these go for £45. So that got my interest. Okay, so I managed to pick up 3 of them. So yeah, the bigger charity shops do sometimes have a section where donations from other shops have been made. So these are brand new in their box. They are not the black ones. These are, where is it? These are the chrome ones. Here we go. Oh no, this one's the black. This one's matte black. Okay, it's got it ticked just there. All right. I do have another one that is a chrome. It's a good job I looked at that, because the other one I looked at was a chrome, not a matte black. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, these are going to go on Friday, and we'll see how they do. Also on Friday, hair care products, okay, usually sell. All right, they sell quite well. Paid £4 for this. This is like a curly thing. As long as you test them, as long as they come, and when you get them, make sure they've got the Pat Tested sticker on. If you're in any charity shop, they should have that sticker on it anyway. Also, you can plug it in and show any lights coming up on it, because really the consumer that uses it has to have the confidence that it does work. All right, but yeah, these usually sell very, very well. Okay, so yeah, it's you obviously I'll burn my scalp if I use one of these, but yeah, it's dangerous. And finally on Friday, crag hopper, or crag hoppers, nice quarter zip red. Okay, nice jumper, no holes in it. This is XXL. All right, I picked this up for crag hoppers. I picked that up for a £5. I'll probably be putting it on for between 10 and 12. So not a huge amount I'll make on this, but this is just an algorithm ticker because these go, and these go really well. Okay, yeah, for the hair thing that I just showed you, I paid £4 for that. Again, I'll put that on for about £12. All right, I'll see how it goes. So that is Friday. So I'm quite excited about looking at the products that I've actually bought in and seeing how they do, because if you're reselling everything, then you've got to source it all right, obviously, and it's only like 1 for 1. You can't go back and get more of something that is selling well. With the new stuff you can. Okay, so if I'm trying to grow my business, I'm interested in the reselling stuff, definitely. Okay, but I'm also interested in stuff like that, and I'm wanting really to mix the two and having basically a shop that sells a lot of stuff that is small and easy to post. They're the things I'm looking at as well. Anyway, let's see what the weekend brings. Firstly, a pair of hotters. These sell so well, and these haven't been worn. They are brand new. Okay, well, if you look at the bases, look, they haven't been worn. Okay, they have not been worn, brand new. Okay, and this sort of like flat Mary Jane, this is called a Mary Jane style, or so I'm being led to believe after the internet research that I have done. And these are called Hotter Shake. These are a UK size 4. Okay, so yeah, these should sell and sell quite quickly. I paid £5.99 for these. I'll be putting them on for about £12. Make me an offer. All right, 10 to 12 I intend to sell them at. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Also, I came across some commemorative t-shirts, concerts, sport events. These are usually good sellers. Okay, now this one is UFC. Okay, and it's from the UFC 72, and it's got on the back 3 fighters there. I believe this one is Rich Franklin. I believe the middle one is Forrest Griffin. I don't know who the end one is. Okay, but this is UFC 72. I think they're up to like UFC 200 and something now. Okay, but UFC has a huge following. All right, so this is a really good UFC t-shirt, and it is a large. All right, so this actually, oh crikey, sorry, I didn't show you, did I? It promotes the event. The main part I nearly missed out. Odyssey Arena, Belfast, Northern Ireland, Saturday, 16th of June 2007. It's still basically brand new. All right, it hasn't got a tag on, but the print on it is really good. So this is quite a find. I paid £3.99 for this, and they go for about £25, or I've seen the same on eBay for about 25 quid. So I'll put it on at about 22. There's plenty of margin I can play with there. Also, I picked up one with a tag on. UFC London. Okay. Again, there's nothing on the back of this one. All right. So it's just a UFC from London, but I don't know if this is the first time the UFC came to London or when it did come in, but considering it was with that other product there and you're looking at 2007, I believe that is the time when the UFC started to come over to these shores. Obviously it went to Belfast, you can see that there, but yeah, there's 2 t-shirts there that are based upon commemorative events, okay, or sports events that people could be interested in buying t-shirts for. Maybe they were there, or maybe they're thinking, oh my god, that is an absolute classic. All right, so yeah, really pleased with those, and we'll see how they do. So that is Saturday, and that was just one of my electronic locks falling off its shelf at the bottom there. Yes, I've just been having a look at those electronic locks. I've got 1 matte black and 2 satin nickel ones. It'd be really interesting to see how well they do, because if they do well and they do sell at a decent price, I can see what that price is and then see if I can source any at the same sort of cost that they were. I doubt I'll be able to. It'll probably be between £10 and £15, but even that, if I'm selling those for like between 30 and 35, there's a bit of a markup there. Anyway, next, this is a good spot. Okay, a merino wool t-shirt, icebreaker, and still got its tags on. These are base shirts used by hikers. Okay, it's a really, really good material. There's something on the sleeve there as well, icebreaker. Really good material to wear as a base layer. Okay, and so these t-shirts are quite popular. Merino wool's a very, very good material to use for this because it keeps you cool, but also, you know, wicks away any sweat or anything like that. Many walkers like the merino wool t-shirts. I have had some before and sold them quite quickly. So yeah, I was pleased with that find. And also pleased with these finds as well. Camera bags, low alpine. It's sort of like a sling bag here. I picked this up for, well, basically, I think it was £1. Found it. There you go. Low pro, just there. So this has also in it got all the, I mean, the reason why I got it as well was that all the padding is still there in really, really good condition. You can see there that it's got the low pro label there. Low pro bags usually have some sort of name with them as well. This one hasn't, but this is sort of like a, you'd have it as like a cross here, if I just, a crossbody bag, okay, would be the name for this. And it is quite a nice one, quite a comfortable one that you can carry your camera in quite nicely. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. I've also got another low pro here. All right, the name's the one that I just showed you was Passport Sling camera bag. That's what the Google Lens came up with. And this one, it came up with a Stockholm 120 camera bag for this one as well. This one, inside, again, the padding's all there. Okay, nice bag. There's a bit of a pocket in the front of it too. So yeah, nice. Two nice camera bags. And also an Olympus sort of like small camera bag. This one is called a Stylus Soft camera case. Okay, again, really nice condition on that one as well. All right, so a couple of camera cases there to sell. I think I've mentioned before in some of my previous videos that camera cases, they do sell, but there are some brands that sell much quicker than others. Low Pro so far have sold quite quickly. Okay, that's it. That's it. All right, that's everything that I'm putting on this week. One thing that I'm thinking of doing is putting more, I'm looking at growing the business. That's what I'm really, really trying to do now over the next 12 months or so. I'm always looking for ways of doing this. One way you can do this is more listing. I'm certainly finding more places to source from. Okay, and that only comes with time. All right, I'm always on the lookout for sourcing opportunities, and I'm finding that I'm beginning to get quite a bit of stuff in. So I've actually thought to myself, I used to have weekends as a break, but I'm finding that now just setting things up. I'm not listing every single day. I do it in like one big chunk, and then basically on the pricing part, you can then schedule when the product is listed. So I'll do 3 on this day, 3 on this day, 3 on this day. Okay, what I'm thinking of doing is over the weekend now, listing 5. Okay, so it'll be in a weekday, 3 listings, weekend 5 listings. All right, so maybe next week I'll have to go through it even quicker, or maybe not just show you everything, just show you like the main things that are going on. I don't know, I'll work something out. Anyway, thanks for watching. For the time being, this is Smithy out. I'm going to do a video this Thursday, I think, based upon those, giving more information on those elastic laces and those locks that I've got, okay, in terms of growing your business and sourcing new products as well as resale products. All right, lovely. See you soon. Bye-bye.